and our import was about $23 billion. Unfortunately, both of our markets, I mean the destinations and the products we export, are very limited. As far as market is concerned, it's mainly North America and European Union. And the products, the heavy concentration on ready-made garments, more than 75%. And not a single other product share is even 5%, all less than 5%. Altogether, 5-6 products are there. 97% of the products, income comes from only 5 products. So you can see a very heavy concentration. The problems, as has been discussed over the proceedings of last 2 days, are more or less present in Bangladesh. Nothing new. I don't need to repeat. But I take this opportunity to mention some of the very critical problems at this fora. For example, the compliance. This varies from country to country and also varies among the buyers within the same country. And this needs to be harmonized, rationalized. There is no single code of conduct. This is a very serious problem. The problem is also from another side when we talk about sanitary and phytosanitary issues. This problem is more of the supply side, from the supply side. I mean, we are constrained to issue certificates that an export consignment requires. Here we require technical assistance. I am very glad to share at this stage with you that ITC has a program in Bangladesh relating to export of leather and leather products. And with the assistance, technical assistance of ITC, we have already only one accredited laboratory in Bangladesh. Just one we have, that is related to leather. No other laboratory you have. But in this area, there are ample scopes to assist, provide technical assistance to Bangladesh so that we can overcome problems related to sanitary and phytosanitary.
Secretary Hussain,
yes,
I know you have the misfortune of,
yes,
of having selected this
I'm
order,
just
but
concluding.
I'll just let you know that we're in concluding moments now.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
just concluding. Regarding the policy, how to go forward, we have moved to look Asia, in particular look to South Asia. We are looking at the neighbors and Asian partners to enhance our trade. Second, we are looking for diversification of our products. Third, we think that export promotion, export-led growth strategy itself may not be enough. We have a huge population of 150 million. We need to feed them. We need to serve them. So we need to develop our own industry to serve to meet the domestic demands side by side the export-led industry. So this is also very important. And on the top of this, for all these development works, we need money. And money is not easily available. Particularly when the services are to be provided by the government. So we initiated the public-private partnerships in respect of development of infrastructure and other services like energy and so on. Finally, we have given emphasis on economic diplomacy blended with country branding. We think all these efforts will give some positive results. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Hussain. We had an abridged start to this session, so please accept our apologies for that. I want to thank all the speakers for having done very much to stay within the time limits, and I apologize for curtailing them. I'd like to open the floor up for questions directly rather than to discuss with the speakers immediately, and have you ask questions directly to them to make the most of the remaining time. please. I have one question here in the back. Please go right ahead. Yes. The gentleman on table 12.
Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation by all the panelists. I'm Max Wenga from Malawi, one of the LDCs in Africa. The question that I have relates to the LDCs, and of course is very much related also to the issue that has been presented. Specifically, most LDCs now are putting the fight against poverty on the high agenda, and realize that exports is one of the ways that countries can develop, but there is now a dilemma of market access. To be competitive, these LDCs, they have to reduce tariffs, but at the same time, these tariffs are the sources of revenue to provide the essential services in the countries. So this is a very big dilemma that most of LDCs are facing. Now the question is that what should we do in the LDCs? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Did you have your question addressed to a particular panel member? Okay, all right. Mr. Yong Tu, Mr. Hussain, perhaps you would like to quickly take a look at that question? Yeah, I've just received some instructions, and what I would like to do is to just hold on that question for just a moment. Mr. Long Yong Tu, who has come a great distance to be here, has to go to another meeting later, and he will have to leave us in literally a few minutes. So I would like to just exclusively have questions addressed that may have to do with Mr. Yong Tu first. So this one perhaps also, and I see also the minister from Jamaica. And then we will continue with some other questions briefly. So can we take your question as well, and then perhaps have Mr. Yong Tu address both those questions together?
Thank you. Mr. Young spoke about the urbanization process, and I'm just wondering how migrant workers are affected by the Hoku system and the issue of social safety nets in China.
Yeah, I think you are raising a very important question, because for the smooth urbanization process, we have to, first of all, create jobs for them, and secondly, the social safety net. And China is making tremendous efforts to cover all those farmers coming to the cities and the social security system. I think that is a must for any successful urbanization. And today, I think I want to get across this message to all the participants, is that when we're talking about urbanization, we have to emphasize urbanization. And urbanization is a major means for us to achieve poverty reduction, because most of the poor people are in the rural areas. I think this is a kind of a reality we have to face up. And that is why I believe the urbanization is important. And what you raise, the social safety net, is fundamental, or one of the fundamental measures to guarantee the success of the urbanization process. This is exactly Chinese government is doing. Thank you.
Do we have another question for Mr. Long? Yeah, yes, Ms. Patricia Francis. Preferential treatment.
Thank you. Urbanization is probably a bad word in most developing countries because it's not done in a planned way. And so we see in Latin America and Africa huge slum areas that have been created by the urbanization, not through planning, but through, you know, as John said, it just happened.